Hello everyone and welcome to episode 79 of Pokemon Prism. In the last episode, we caught ourselves Raiwata, which is interesting, you know, this, where is he? That guy. And we caught Mew. Very cute. In this episode, we have the most out of any of the videos of how to complete the Dex. But I think this one will go by a little bit faster. I don't know why, but the last third of the Dex, at least to me, seems a little bit easier than the other parts of it. You can see I switched Veronius out for Mew. And part of that is just, you know, I want to show some love before everything's over. And if you get a chance, you're gonna use Mew. It's also because Veronius is now a little too high level for me to feel comfortable using it to... That is a crazy amount from Leech Seed. To use it, for my own nefarious purposes. That is Solar Beam? Anyway, Exeggcute. You can find it on Route 62 at a 50% chance. Either level 28 or level 30, which is actually super convenient for a reason I didn't even consider until now. And Exeggutor is not found anywhere in the wild, but just use a Leaf Stone. Just use a Leaf Stone. You can find Leaf Stones at the Moraga Town shop. I like how he's all brown. And on Route 60 is going to be your best chance to get Chinchou through surfing. You can also find it in the water many places at lower odds, but 90% is a little bit crazy. I will say... Hello? I don't have a repel up, do I? I know you can encounter stuff in this. There is Chinchou. It is a 90% chance. It's either going to be, I want to say it's like between levels 40 and 45. I might be wrong. Skadoosh. That is Chinchou. Chinchou evolves into Lanturn at level 27, so give it a rare candy, level it up once from this one, and you have a Lanturn. Boom. Okay. At 10% odds in on Route 60, you can also find a Lanturn that way. It is completely personal preference how you want to do it, but I prefer not having to use a rare candy, so I'm gonna do it this way. Come on, boom. Yeah, Lanturn is a light Pokemon, just like Luxray. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. My vote for a... God, what? Why am I, like, forgetting it? My vote for a light type remains undefeated. At the South Region Gate. A lot of... This is not the most common area to talk about. It is just kind of a, like, random... Not completely random, but just kind of a randomer area. You are... Okay, this is way more unlikely. Ignore the Tentacruel. Interesting. Okay. You have a 30% chance in the water here surfing, to get... There we go. Oh my god. To get Marill, aka Peekaboo, aka... Marill's cute. Oh, I guess I was wrong. Yeah, okay, so it's a 30% chance it's either level 40 or 41. I think it's 20% it's level 40 and 10% it's level 41. I might be wrong. Notice border currently closed due to an infectious virus. Wear a mask. Oh, how cute. As for Azumarill, it levels up, it evolves at level 18. So you can just level up that Marill, or basically any Marill once. But surfing in the Seneca Caverns, in that water over there, you have a 60% chance of finding Azumarill. It'll be around level 35. Tentacool is interesting because, oh, I listened, I was editing the video, the episode 77, and how many times I say something is interesting, it actually drives me mad. But have I been over here? Anyway, well, I'll get to that. But Tentacool is available on many routes. However, I feel like I have seen Tentacruel way more in this game than I've ever seen Tentacool. The best place is going to be on Route 34 in Johto. It is a 90% chance you find it at, you know, levels 45 through 51, I think. Or it's 45 through 55. I'm not 100%. Because I took my notes and, you know, I used the Prism resource document and all that, and now I'm seeing Pokemon in level ranges I didn't know were possible. I don't know why I got it. I think I already have Tentacool and Tentacruel. Anyway, this area, have I been here? Clearly. Okay. Okay. This is new. This is novel. Yay, I found a PP up. How many of those do I have, actually? Because I might... 5? Okay. Let's fix a few things. Okay. From Osari City, going down to Route 66. In the water here, you have a 90% chance of finding a Tentacruel. These are Tentacruel-infested waters. Yeah, hey buddy. But you can also find them many, many places. You should is kind of a crazy word, but you probably won't have any difficulty finding this. Drifloon. Through this door, Drifloon is one of the few Pokemon that you can use in, you can get from an in-game trade. In Terrania City, this guy right here, you can trade an Exeggcute, which we went over at the very beginning. Trade it for a Drifloon. The other option you have is at night only in South Southerly, in the grass in South Southerly. I should probably show where that is, actually. You have a 30% chance of getting it at night, and it's gonna come level 54. In this grass, in the South Southerly grass, you have at night a 30% chance of finding a Drifloon at level 54. Drifblim evolves at level 28, so if you trade through the Terrania City trade, you have a chance of finding it that way, or it's also available here at night at a 20% rate, which means half the time here, you're gonna find either a Drifloon or a Drifblim, which is pretty good odds. Carl is level 18, and it evolves at level 28. So, no, Hyper Shear makes that quick. Level 30 is kind of the, like, implicit cutoff I try to have in my head. My main thing is that it's in game, it's 7:30. I don't want to make it night and then this entire thing is going to be at night, especially when I have other things going on. We'll see. Since you get the Drifloon from a trade, it does get boosted trade. Since it's trade, it gets boosted experience, which means it is easier to level up. It's good. It is a good option. And that is how you get Drifloon. In the Ulcan Chine, in these kind of inner rooms, specifically the Ulcan Chine, you have a 10% chance during the morning or the day of seeing Sableye, and a 30% chance at night. My idea, which is kind of a stupid idea, let's see, where's my time machine? If I set it to, that's not the right day, like 5 a.m. Also, it said August instead of September. Okay. Anyway, you can do this at night. I think it's night. It is night. And let's see if we can find it. Laleep, I am not to you yet. Give me a minute. I'll catch it. Here he is. Sableye. Coming to us at level 65. That is... Ooh. I don't know if Mew's gonna be able to do this. I know it's defensive, like, it has 100 and everything. So it should be good, but... Oh, okay! We got it on the next try. That's crazy, but that works. Sableye's cute. I wish it was available earlier. What is that sprite? Oh my god. Spiritomb is available at the best odds in the basement of the Haunted Mansion, right around here, and while we're here, we should probably unlock this. I don't know how many cage keys we're gonna get, but you can probably open up everything. And we get a cleanse tag. Okay. I was hoping there'd be like a cage key like hidden on the rock or something. That works too. That's cool. Where 100% of the time in the basement, you can find Spiritomb. It's either going to be level 60 or 65. And what I would recommend, even if you already have one, these are great to catch because they go for a lot of orphan points, which is a crazy thing to say, but they're worth it no matter what. 1, 2, 3. Skadoosh. How is morning 5:19 a.m.? How does that even work? I like how the Naljo ruins themselves are affected by the morning, like this cactus, and all of it is a little paler. I feel like it, I don't know, it makes this look a little bit more like these are actual, like, open ruins that you're going into, and a little bit less, like, I don't know, it makes it feel less like the caves, because I feel like there's enough caves in Pokemon Prism to where it's just kind of like, okay, I can see that it's a cave, you know what I mean? Cool. Anywho, I'm actually hitting clips on these. This is crazy. But, boom. In the treasure room in the Naljo Ruins, which took a while to get here, you have a 30% chance, really. You have a 30% chance of finding Shuppet. Shuppet evolves pretty soon after you catch it here at level 32, but you can also find Banette in the basement of the Haunted Mansion, where it's going to be available at a 30% rate. So same odds. And if you're already there for Spiritomb, you know, it makes sense to do it that way. And boom. I'm actually not 100% sure on the right floor for this. On floor F3, which is going to be the floor right under the floor that you would need the gas mask for, you can find Duskull. Duskull's going to be level 32, and it's available at a 30% chance. You can find Dusclops at a 1% chance in the basement of the Haunted Mansion. Since this is not, you don't need any, like, special stone to evolve it that you would want to conserve or anything. Just level it up. Oh, I didn't know you were here. What? What is that sprite, dude? Almost every other Pokemon has a border around it, and they just didn't include a border for him? Oh no. Oh no, guys. My goat is washed. I think something's gonna happen. I think something's gonna happen here. Gyarados fainted. And Lydia is the third team member to grow to level 100. Duskull grew to level 37, and Duskull's evolving. You can find the Reaper Cloth in the Haunted Mansion in the first room. I think on this table? I might be wrong. I think it's either on this table on the left, or it was on this table on the left. It's on one of the tables. And what you can do, give this Reaper Cloth to Dusclops, and then for trade stones, you can find those through mining, most commonly in Tunod, but just around. And there is Dusknoir! I think I'm right. Dusknoir actually was not in the game at first. Dusknoir was added in a later patch, and Instead of Dusknoir, we had Carnivine. This is definitely my bias showing, but I would have preferred Carnivine. And while we're here, you can find Gastly. I don't love that all the ghosts are just like in one little bundle together, but they are. You can find Gastly in the Haunted Forest at a 60% rate. Okay, well, it's low. Let's see here. We got one. We got it caught immediately. Still biking. In the basement of the Haunted Mansion. Yay! Which you unlock once you defeat... When you enter the Hall of Fame for the first time. You have a 65% chance of finding Haunter. As you probably already know, can I access that area down there? Do you see that? I see that. So it's all just trees and rocks and stuff. But then you come over here and you can see that there's actually like it's like a whole thing over there. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. You probably know that Gengar evolves from Haunter when you use a trade stone on it. However, by surfing in the Igalo Gym in this area, you have a 10% chance of finding a Gengar. Any chance to save a trade stone, I feel like, is a good sign. Oh my god, there he is. Well, I'm definitely catching it because a Gengar also is very good for the old pocket. I know I say a lot of Pokemon are interesting. This one is annoying. Chingling is available at a 5% chance on the light floors of Clathrite Tunnel, like this floor. Let's see. Where there's a very limited walking space, too. So that's also something to consider. You can also breed for it, and you have better, but not amazing chances of finding Chimecho in other places, which I'll go over in a minute. Because, yeah, you go down here and you're in the dark floor, so you just kind of have to pace back and forth on the little bits of road you do have. On the little bits you do have. Well, that's not too bad. Chingling comes to us at level 15. Oh boy. I'll just Dragon Dance to get the Sandstorm damage going. Chingling evolves into Chimecho through through happiness, through friendship. Dear God, don't do it that way. And the reason why I say don't do it that way is because in the Espo clearing in the morning and in the day, you have a 10% chance of finding a Chimecho. It might actually be a little bit higher than 10%, but you have around a 10% chance of finding Chimecho. If you are playing at night and somehow you can only play at night, you have a, I think 5% chance of finding it on, the B2F floor of the Seneca Caverns, which is two floors down from how you enter from the route. For Spearow, you're going to want to go onto Route 49 here, and this is one of the weirder ones. Oh, now when I don't need you, you can show up. Got it. This is one of the weirder ones because you have a 64% chance of finding a Spearow here. I don't know why it's specifically 64%. I don't know if they were being cheeky, if they thought they were funny, but you can find Spearow at very good odds here. There you go. Spearow evolves into Fearow at level 20. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Another option you have is... This is gonna take a minute. I can't surf. It's a little faster if you come from Johto, but that's okay. In the grass, there you go. In the grass on Old Route 47 or Old Route 48, you have a 30% chance of it being Fearow. Trapinch is up next. There he is. He's gonna come with Arena Trap, so you want whatever your Pokemon in the front is to be one that can actually do damage to it, which I didn't do. But what I want to say is, what I should say, is that it is only available here, outside. Okay. That's wild. It is only available in the wild in this one map, outside of the Nausea Ruins. That said, it's technically not the only way to... That is terrifying. Oh my god. Oh my god. You can find Vibrava in Saxifrage Island at a 4% rate. If you remember, I've said before, 5% is my cutoff of like, it's just more worth it to level up Pokemon like the other way. So I will probably just be kind of, I'll give it a few tries. But since it's only 3 levels, I really don't mind just doing it the Tunod way. If you aren't doing this to showcase every Pokemon in order, collect a few Pokemon you want to level up at the same time, or else you're just kind of, I don't want to say wasting time, but wasting time. Southerly City Stamina Challenge, because I need money. I need a lot of money for something. That will become apparent a little bit later. And at level 35, Trapinch evolves into Vibrava. Vibrava grew to 45. And when Vibrava goes to level 45, since there's no way to get it in the wild, that is the only way to get Flygon. K grew to level 100? Oh my god, I think all of our team is gonna be level 100 before we finish the game. That's insane. That's sick. Okay. Castro Valley. For Wailmer. I don't have Monroe. Surfing in Castro Valley or Seashore City, you have a 90% chance of finding a Wailmer. 90% is pretty good. That is good enough for me. Wailmer. Surfing on Route 86, right by the Battle Arcade, you have a 10% chance of finding... That is such a long cry. Of finding Wailord. In Castro Forest and City, when you surf, you have a 90% chance of finding Surskit. Perfect. Good enough for me. And when Surskit levels up, starting at level 22, it evolves into Masquerain. You can also find it at a 10% chance surfing in Castro Forest and City, same as Surskit. In the Laurel Forest, in this area, like the, person you're walking around area, you have a chance of finding Shroomish. That's a 30% chance, and it's level 16. Not bad odds. You can also find it in the Ilex Forest and other areas through using Headbutt. I would recommend Laurel Forest and then just level it up, even though I didn't do that. And then, when Shroomish levels up, starting at level 23, you get Breloom. You can also find it on Route 81 at a 4% chance, or during the Provincial Park Weekend Challenge at a 15% chance for Breloom. Both of those are pretty good. Both of those are pretty good odds. Swablu is available in this room, the Treasure Room, at a 1% chance at level 33. Not good odds. Not great odds. I remember I had someone in the comments being like, I've been hunting for a Swablu and this is miserable. And similar to when I skipped over Spiritomb, I tried to only mention Pokemon that are catchable at the places that they are most easy to catch. Which is why, if you have a grapple hook from completing the second bingo, not you, level 12 is insane. Actually, genuinely insane. You have a 65% chance on the roof here of finding Swablu. 65%. There it is. This Swablu is going to be in between levels 34 to 38. Level 35 is perfect, because to get Altaria, you have to level it up to level 35. So no matter what, you are, give it a rare candy and you have an Altaria. But Just something to consider. If you don't have the grapple hook bingo thing, I feel like, especially because if you're catching them all, you're getting Raiwato, you know, you kind of have to. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3. Swablu. There are no wild Altaria, so the only way to get it is to level a Swablu up to 37 and above, or 35 and above. Boom. Tangela is fun. In this grass in Heath Village, it is available at a 95% chance, which is insane. 95% chance that you're gonna find a Tangela here. Tangrowth is what you get when Tangela level. I like that took too long. Tangela is what you get when Tangrowth levels up with Ancient Power. Tangela learns Ancient Power naturally at level 28. If you have the TM, you can teach you can teach it to it at level 25 and level it up once to get Tangrowth, which is not available in the wild, so this is good. Super cute. Honestly, I kind of wish I did use Tangrowth, but yeah, whatever. Going south from Castro Forest, we're gonna put ourselves in Route 57, which is the best place to get Goldeen, but you can find Goldeen in a lot of waters. This just gives you a 90% chance, which is absolutely insane. And I also can't believe I haven't caught it yet, but I don't know. Sometimes common Pokemon slip through the cracks just because you're like, well, surely I must have caught this by now, and I hadn't. Oh, I wish I could use an Igalo Ball. I need to get rid of them. A goldfish Pokemon. You could remove Goldeen and Seeking from this game and it would be a better experience. I completely agree with that. Seeking, you can find the best place to find Seeking if you don't just want to use a rare candy for whatever reason is in South Southerly and the Tunod Waterway, where they're available about 60% of the time. In my personal experience, I think the Tunod Waterway is better than South Southerly to find it, but I might be wrong. If any of you know in the comments, please don't forget to comment. Ugh, I'm cracking wise, but I think I might have already mentioned this in a former episode. This is why, like, this needs to end. But this is why I want to have a clean break and then start doing other stuff, because I don't know what I have and haven't talked about. But I watched Spree. It's such a good movie. It's such a good movie where basically this guy is like content creation obsessed, and he is like, you know, I need to get famous. I need to get famous. And his way of doing that is poisoning people that get onto his lift, onto like his Uber driver situation. And I'm gonna be so honest, that's real. That is very real. Not you. It's such a good, it's so good. I feel like that, like in my soul. But Porygon. You can find Porygon at the Goldenrod City Game Corner for 5,000 coins. And you can find Porygon at the Spurge City Goldenrod Game Corner for 5,000 coins. So there is no, neither one is better than the other one. How much can I bet? 100? Actually, I think it might be faster to do Blackjack than to do the... Do you see what I see? Because I'll tell you what I see. Dean is going to be our 5th party member to reach level 100. Now I think it's just the runt of the litter, Jade, because Kay got it just a little bit ago. That's not how I thought it was. I fully expected Kay to be the last one, but, you know, that works too. We are so close. I don't know if this is gonna be it. I don't think this is gonna be it, but I'm hopeful. Let's see. Please. Jade gains. Oh, that is tough. That is a tough show. I liked it going down on... I liked Charizard going down and Jade getting level 100 off of that a little bit more. But Salamence works too, I can't complain. And with that, we have all 6 of our main party members at level 100. That is insane. I wanted this to happen, but I wasn't gonna force it to happen. The fact that it happened arguably naturally is pretty cool. Is very, very cool, actually. I don't believe we have a prize waiting for us, but we've seen at least 240 different species of Pokemon. Oh my god, we are gonna get it. Because... Oh, this is intriguing. Do I actually want to do this? I think we have enough to buy our way to the top. I might be wrong. Oh, I did my math wrong. Yikes. We can work for the last couple. This is fine. And with 5,000 coins, oh my god, we can get Porygon, the virtual Pokemon, an artificial Pokemon. Say it like that every time. An artificial Pokemon created due to extensive research. It can perform only what is in its program. Oh boy. So that's how you get Porygon. Oh my god. This might be one of the most gorgeous little mini sprites of anything I've seen. I love the 3D-ness. I love And to get Porygon 2, which is one of, well, I'll get there. One of my favorite Pokemon. In this trash can here in the top right, you can find an upgrade. Give Porygon that upgrade. Give it a trade stone. And that is how you get Porygon 2. The Porygons are so trade stone hungry, and okay, so I can't use an escape rope. I can't fly. I'm annoyed. I went mining. I did a little mining off camera, and I think I did too much mining off camera because we have 10 trade stones. I got angry that I wasn't getting enough trade stones, and then I got enough. But Porygon-Z. You can find the dubious disc in the Akanea Lighthouse. It's very interesting to me that you get the dubious disc before you even get the before you even get the upgrade. And in one of the fires that is not lit over here, I think it was this one. Use a fire Pokemon, light this up, and then there's gonna be a dubious disc in the fire. So I like that, especially because it's like, maybe the disc wasn't so dubious before. Definitely is now. And also, where's my dubious disc? There it is. That is one thing I do really like about Pokemon Polished Crystal and Pokemon Coral, is that you have like pictures for the items. I know it's kind of a monkey-brained thing to be like, oh my god, whatever. But I like it. I like it. Anyway, use the dubious disc with a trade stone, and Porygon 2 becomes Porygon-Z. I'd like to point out, you can get Porygon 2 and Porygon-Z before you ever go to before you ever go to region. It's available. God, I love that sound. Okay. It is time for everyone's favorite land shark, Gible. Gible is found at a 1% chance in Seneca Caverns. I would go through the grueling process of trying to find, this 1 in 100 encounter, but I already found it in episode 77, if you remember, so we don't need to do all this. What I will do is give it an EXP share, now that I don't need the hyper share since, all my Pokemon are level 100. It's not even like a shameless plug, I'm ashamed. This shows I'm kind of a fake fan because I don't know if these numbers are changed or not, but From Gible, you can find, you cannot find Gabite in the wild, but it evolves at level 24. Since you're finding this at level 34 anyway, it's super quick and super easy to just, you know, get it from Gible to Gabite. One level up, and Gible's evolving. Doing that was pretty easy, since Gabite evolves into Garchomp at level 48, and when you get this Pokemon, it's going to be around level 36. What do you have? Oh, the EXP share. It sounded like one more time in the stamina challenge to me. That way, you just get a lot more XP that way. And after leveling up at level 48 or above, Gabite becomes Garchomp. On the light floors of Clathrite Tunnel, you have a 40% chance of finding Sneasel at level 36. You can buy a Razor Claw for 12 BP at the Battle Tower. I would recommend this way more than I would recommend the other ways of getting the Razor Claw for Weavile. There is one that you get from the Milos Catacombs. It is in one of the 2D sections. It's also sometimes held by Wild Sneasel. If yours, you catch it and it's holding one, that's great. Otherwise, just buy it with battle points. It's not worth it. And then you give this to your Sneasel and level it up at night. It is 11 AM and the time machine was just used. I guess I have to wait. Oh my gosh! I waited for enough time and now it's night! How'd that happen? Oh, this is mystifying. Anyway. Sneasel. You're ruining the moment. And Sneasel is evolving. You can't find Weavile in the wild, so this is the way to do it. Ooh, I like how this looks at night. This is cool. Beldum is available at a low rate in the treasure room. If we go up, we can find Beldum about 35% of the time. It's going to be between levels 12 to 18. I would like to remind you that Beldum is not extraordinarily difficult to catch, but it has a very low catch rate. So you're probably going to be here a while, and you're going to want something that can whittle something that's at level 15 down. I don't think I do. Cut actually did not. That is an insane amount of defense. Let's see here. I like how the color palette at night, I wish the blue was darker. While you can get a Metang by just leveling that Beldum up one level, you can also find Metang. Here he is. 20% of the time in Espo Forest, it's going to be at level 56, which feels a lot more manageable to me. That way, if you don't have Metagross, which I'm going to get into in a second, you can level it up one level, and since Metagross evolves starting at level 45, that's how we do it. Metagross is a static encounter in Saxifrage Prison. If you want it, catch it that way. If you're like me, and you messed up when you were trying to catch it, you can catch this Metang in the Espo Forest, 20% chance, and give it a rare candy, which I just passed. Either way, just level it up once. Since Metagross evolves starting at level 45, that's how you get a Metagross. Metang was so cute, and then Metagross just comes out and it's ugly. I know a lot of people disagree with that, but I will stand by that. That is my truth. Ditto is available at a 4% chance on Route 34. It is available other places at a 1% chance, but we're not doing that. On Old Route 47, you have a 1% chance of getting Snorlax. This is the only place in the game you can find Snorlax, and there is no Munchlax to worry about, which actually I am going to take as a sign of grace from God. Since Snorlax is available at level 65, any Pokemon between levels 60 and 64, you can do the repel trick where you know, put on a repel and keep on wandering through the grass, and the only Pokemon you are going to be able to encounter is Snorlax. So, let's give this a shot. I don't know why Snorlax even had to be in this game. I don't know. Okay. Snorlax comes to us level 65. And that was a crit. Oh my god. Cool. 1, 2, 3. And that is Snorlax. The best place to get Torkoal is inside of Mount Ember. Oh my god. Okay. Where you have a level 33. Where you have a 24% chance of finding one that's either going to be level 33 or level 37. Yeah, there you go. And that's Torkoal. Torkoal is one of the few Pokemon that has different typing. Torkoal in this is a fire gas type, I believe, which is a very nifty type. Yeah, fire and gas type. If I had known that before, I might be more inclined to use Torkoal. But I didn't know that, and sucks to suck, I think. Mawile, you have a 30% chance inside of the Espo Forest to find one at level 56. Relicanth is an uncommon encounter in many fishing spots, but the place where it is most common is going to be inside of the Ulcan Chine. Surfing in this water, not this one specifically, but just water inside of the Ulcan Chine, you have a 60% chance of finding a Relicanth. Absol is available at a 5% chance on Route 84. So like in this kind of grass, right around here. 5% is not great. You can also find it through Pachisi Hall, through doing the Pachisi Halls, but it's not that bad. I actually think it's pretty good. So we have some Pokemon we need to donate. Hello, you can exchange your orphan points for Pokemon up for adoption. Riolu is available for 1,000 points, which by this point should be pretty easy to do. You know, just get rid of ones you don't like. He looks kind of like that one dog from Undertale. Comes to us level 15, pure fighting with foresight, reversal, agility. Riolu is a friendship evolution during the day, which is all I'm getting rocked by it again. So I have a few ideas here. Okay. I'm gonna do something genuinely pretty insane. I don't have enough tickets for it. Give me one moment. If you want to make Baniri easier, friend balls are 200 tickets, and you can just get a green apricorn, you know, if you didn't use your time machine like I did. You could use your green apricorn, craft a friend ball, and be in a good place, but I didn't do that. In the provincial park, you have a 30% chance. 30% chance of finding Baniri. Yeah, I don't know if I gave this one away or not, so I'm just gonna catch another one. If I am right about this, I am gonna flip my lid, by the way. Because I do think it will genuinely be worth it if I'm right. When you catch Baniri, it scores 70. There are some games, there are some options where when you catch a Baniri, it starts out with 0 friendship. Luckily, we don't have to worry about that here. So all we have to do is get our friendship up, and we'll be in a good spot. Okay. Let's do this. With their friendship raised. Riolu wants counter. Don't give me that. Don't stop doing that. With enough friendship, during the day, and it levels up, Riolu becomes Lucario. Baneri with enough friendship. Baneri becomes Lopunny. The best place to get fossils is on Route 86 or in the Milos Catacombs. We're gonna need a lot of fossils in order to get the upcoming 8 Pokemon. In our fossil case, we can see we have 19. Oh, we're good. Oh, we are actually gonna be so good. Now, I'm gonna be doing this a little bit out of order, but I will show it in the correct order. You're gonna wanna go into Laurel City once you have enough fossils, and at the scientist area over here, you talk to him, you say, oh, I'm a scientist, I can revive Pokemon fossils. And okay, we are gonna start with Cranidos. I'm gonna show all of them in the correct, permutation in order, so that you know what you're doing here. I definitely don't know what I'm doing here, so I'm just gonna... Behold, Cranidos. Actually, I think this is kind of close. Looks like a smiley, it looks like a smirking face. That is how you build up Cranidos. I was successful. Here is your Cranidos. And next up, we have Shieldon. That's what we're looking for. Behold. What? That looks literally perfect. This is how you get Shieldon. Now, all I need is Anorith. Please. This is a Laleep. Maybe like this. That is how you revive Laleep. The way to do this, I would personally recommend, in the Ulkin Chine, in these areas, you already saw it, a 5% chance to find a Laleep. That's gonna be at level 30. I think Cut won't knock it out. Yeah. That's even worse. This way, it only has to level up from level 30 to level 40. That's when it'll evolve. That way it doesn't have to go from level 10 all the way to level 40. There is no way to get this for Cranidos and Shieldon, though. The only way to get them is by reviving them. This is a Laleep. Oh. Oh. Let's press start to cancel. What, you want to stop? Alright, come back later then if you want to revive a fossil. So you can press stop. Does that just make you do the next one again? Oh no. Moment of truth. Anorith, Anorith, Anorith. Yes! Okay, I like actually fist pumped. Oh my god, that was the most virgin thing I've ever done. First try? It's always that the middle needs to be flipped. I never do the middle right. I was successful. Thank you. And then surfing in the Ulkin Chine. I don't know why this has such a higher rate. You can find at 10% odds in the Ulkin Chine surfing, Ulkin Chine specifically, not the Ulkin Isle, you have a chance of finding Anorith. With all the fossil Pokemon in your party, I would recommend just doing the Southerly City Stamina Challenge, and after probably like one go, you will be good. And starting at level 30, Shieldon evolves into Bastiodon. Starting at level 30, Cranidos evolves into Rampardos. Super cool. And starting at level 40, Laleep evolves into Cradily. And starting at level 40, Anorith evolves into Armaldo. I really like Armaldo. It was one of the few evolved Pokemon I had in Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky, and so I'll always look at it and just remember, like, Explorers of Sky specifically, and being like, I don't know, like 12, playing that and being like, oh my god, this game is so fun. This game is awesome. In Gravel Town, in Professor Tim's lab. You come here after beating the Region League, getting all the region badges. You're gonna go to Gravel Town. You're gonna have an option of picking one of the Kanto starters. Unfortunately, Eevee isn't in the trash or anything. You know, talk to her. There's always new and amazing discoveries about Pokemon to find. I hope one day I'll be a Pokemon professor that's as smart as my grandfather. Great. And then you talk to these two guys and give them some gold tokens, and they will do your bidding. Oh my god, we have 240 owned. Okay, I will keep that in mind. Go here. You can get all 3 of the Kanto starters. Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. They're not in the right order, but that's fine. Level them up, and that's how you get your fully evolved Kanto starters. They're not found in the wild anywhere. You probably already knew that. If you need to know where to get gold tokens from, I have conveniently made videos on where to find all of the overworld gold tokens. You can also go to Mercent City, because I'm sure you've been collecting a bunch of Pokemon, and you pass the 3rd milestone, we get 4 more gold tokens, and we can just keep on talking to this guy and getting a bunch of gold tokens. We have so many gold tokens. Every 30 Pokemon, you get 4 gold tokens. If I am correct, that means that you only have to catch up to 240 to get all of the gold tokens from this guy. A very special gift for those who complete the Nausea Pokédex. Come back when you complete it to get a very special gift. We are at 99 out of 100. Let me look something up really quick. Okay, the last gold token we have to get is on the 3rd bingo card, so I think we are doing the 3rd bingo card, which is going to make this take longer, but that's fine. That's fine. What I am going to do, I don't know if this is the best way. I think put the hyper share on and go to work is a perfectly reasonable way to do this. But I think I'm going to go through the 2-nod stamina challenge 3 times, in part so I can get some more money, and in part so I can level up each Pokemon with the EXP share once, and that will be Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle's times to individually level up and get our Pokedex completed. That does mean some other stuff, but we will cross that bridge when we get to it. Oh boy. Okay, it went from level 5 to 17 on 1 encounter. Very nice. Okay. Let's do this. Off of 1 battle here, Bulbasaur is gonna evolve into Ivysaur. I don't know if, even without Super Smash Bros. Brawl, I'd think this was like one of the best middle evolutions, but yeah, I mean, either way, it's one of the best middle evolutions. And at level 32, it's at level 34, but starting at level 32, Ivysaur turns into Venusaur. Bulbasaur went from level 5 to almost level 50 just off of 1 Southerly City Stamina Challenge. I imagine the same thing is going to happen for the other ones, and Charmander goes first. And starting at level 16, Charmander evolves into Charmeleon. And starting at level 36, not 32 like Ivysaur to Venusaur, you get Charizard. He's the one, everyone knows him. Boring. Charizard is also at level 49, so I think I know what Squirtle's gonna be. And starting at level 16, Squirtle evolves into everyone's favorite, Wartortle. And starting at level 36, Wartortle evolves into Blastoise. Yup. That means we've only got a little bit more to go, and we are going to be solid. Oh, I'm so excited. With the starters at level 49, that is basically the rest of the Pokedex. I am going to go over getting everything else, like all the legendaries and where they are and stuff. Oh, but this feels good. I I might have to run it back for the Johto starters. We will see how that works. I have an idea. I don't like it. So I just depleted a bunch of my money. So I need some TMs. That got us TM48, Fire Punch, TM41, Thunder Punch, and TM33, Ice Punch. Fanzero, who I have been calling Fanchero for too damn long, is available in the basement of the Haunted Mansion. After you have completed the Region League, you can come down here, use 2 cage keys, there and there, and go through this teleporter to find it. Articuno is found in Seneca Caverns. The way to find it, not here, the way to find it is going to be to basically just keep on going down. When you see any down ladder, you're going to want to take it. So we're going to go down here and around. Speaking of which, Articuno is my favorite of the official birds. I think Fanzero might win just because having a glitchy bird Pokemon is awesome, and having something that like references Missing No in like a very real and tangible way, and I don't know. It's maybe not like the most completely natural fit. Yeah, down this ladder. You know, I could see an argument that it is a little, like, not even clunky, but just like, yeah, obviously it's like a fake Pokemon. It's a fake legendary. I don't have a problem with that, though. I think it's cool. Articuno still probably wins in my book, but who's counting? Who's counting? You're going to want to go down this ladder, and there's more strength boulders. It is deep. It is deep. Down here, you ride this water, and if you haven't already caught it, Articuno will be waiting for you. Zapdos is available deep within the power plant. You're just gonna keep on walking around, and I want to say it is... Where is it? From these bacony things at the bottom of the power plant, you can walk up here, and in this dimly lit little mystical side area of the power plant, you can go up the stairs here, in this whole, like, whole section that's barely used except for this, and find Zapdos right here. For Moltres, you're going to want to exit Mount Ember, inside of Mount Ember, and walk up these steps here. They talk about how, oh no, don't mine here, mining is bad for the environment, whatever, don't listen to them. Just keep on walking up and up and up, and over here, you will be able to find Moltres. Number 243, Mewtwo, is not obtainable in this version of Pokemon Prism. It is planned, it will be future content, but for now, no way to get it. As for Mew, you are going to want to go to Seashore City, go inside of the gym, and you're going to find a Prism key on this tree right here. Use that Prism key that you got, and in this little house here, you can use it to go to Faraway Island. Not to content farm too much, but all of the other ones are available in places that are, well, let's see. And with the Faraway Island music in the background, I'm just going to talk about where the other ones are because I feel like it's not the most important thing in the world. Lugia is available through getting the Silver Orb. The Silver Orb is going to be on Route 56 on screen. You can take that to a guy in Hayward City by going through Silk Tunnel. And once you talk to him, you can exchange the Silver Orb for Lugia and the Gold Orb for Ho-Oh to get the silver and gold eggs, which the legendaries hatch from. Ho-Oh is actually pretty convenient because it is directly left of a pallet patroller in Hayward City. For Groudon, it is going to be in the top right corner of the Haunted Forest entrance. You can take that ruby egg, and give it to a woman on the top of the Hayward Mart area, the Southland Mall. And you get the Ruby Orb. Take that to the bottom floor of Firelight Caverns, and you have Groudon. Kyogre is a similar story. It's in the grass on Route 75. With that Sapphire Egg, with that Sapphire Egg, go up to the top of Southland Mall and take the Sapphire Orb that the woman gives you to Clatherite Tunnel. For Rayquaza, it is on a rock in the middle of some water in Castro Forest. Go to the Southland Mall, exchange it at the top floor for an Emerald Orb, and on the Milos Catacombs roof, there will be Rayquaza waiting for you. Veronius is a roaming encounter after awakening as part of the main story at Firelight Caverns. Because it's a roaming encounter, there is no set place on where to find it, but going in between Route 75 and Route 76 is what I did, and it's pretty conveniently there. Raiwato is on the roof of the Nausea Ruins, which you can access from the treasure room once you have the grapple hook. You get that grapple hook after completing the second bingo board. If you need any tips on how to complete that second bingo board, I've got a video for that. And I've got a video for all of these. Fambaco needs to be released from Saxifrage Prison. Once it is released from Saxifrage Prison, it will be in a cave on Route 82. And finally, we have Libabel, which is available at the Aqua Mines at medium tide, which is going to be from 6 a.m. to almost noon, and from 6 p.m. to almost midnight. And with that, that is every Pokemon. Finally. You can go to Mercen City, and once you have all Pokemon, I have a very special gift for you for those who complete the Nausea Pokedex. Come back when you complete it to get a very special gift. Because Mewtwo is not available in this version, there is no way to count your Pokedex as fully complete. The most you will have is seen and owned at 252. I will say that if you use the Debug ROM to give yourself Mewtwo, he gives you a key to access the Sylph Warehouse. Because there is no way to do that without the Debug ROM, I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm not gonna bring it up here anyway. If I were to say do a bonus episode going over everything that's specific to the Debug ROM, that is where it would be. With at least 90 gold tokens, the first row is complete. We have a bunch of coins in our coin case. Our ball making level is at least 50. I'll get back to that. So, we did it. Every Pokemon is caught that we can catch. You could go into the Debug ROM, give yourself Mewtwo, and then, I don't know, have the Sylph Warehouse and feel like you did something. But for now, I think this is good. This is a good place to end, and I mean, I just wanted to be here for the music. But in the next episode, you probably know what we're gonna do. But it's the end. This was the end before the end, and in the next episode, it is the end. We are going to, for all intents and purposes, finish Pokemon Prism. Actually, I don't know if this is the last time. But I will see you then. God, that feels weird.